Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7 o'clock main news. In tonight's headlines, His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince receives the Visiting Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency. The National Assembly decides to postpone the debate of the grilling motion against the Deputy Premier and Minister of Commerce and Industry for 2 weeks. Al-Shabaab militants kill at least 36 people in a fresh attack on a quarry in northeast Kenya. And NATO foreign ministers meet in Brussels to discuss key issues including the Islamic State threat. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, today sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness Sheikh Jaber al-Mubarak al-Hamad al-Sabah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable of congratulations. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, today sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the People's Democratic Republic of Laos, Chumali Sayason, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, sent a cable of congratulations to His Excellency the President of the People's Democratic Republic of Laos, Chumali Sayason, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness Sheikh Jaber al-Mubarak al-Hamad al-Sabah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable of congratulations. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, received this morning at Sif Palace His Highness Sheikh Nasser al-Muhammad Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, received at Sif Palace today His Excellency the First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, and His Excellency the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Mr. Yukiya Amano, and his accompanying delegation on the occasion of his visit to the country. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince commended the efforts being made by Mr. Amano and the agency to consolidate world peace and security and wished him all the best of success. The meeting was attended by the Under-Secretary of His Highness the Crown Prince's Diwan for Protocol and Ceremonies, Sheikh Mubarak Sabah Hissam Mahmoud Al-Sabah, the Director of the International Organizations Department at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Jassim Limbarki, and Kuwait's Ambassador to the Republic of Austria, Sadiq Ma'rifi. The National Assembly today held a regular session under the chairmanship of the Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanim to discuss various updated issues. The National Assembly agreed today that the regular session on December 16th will be set as the date for the grilling by MP Dr. Abdullah Treji against Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Commerce and Industry Dr. Abdul Muhsin Al-Mid'ij. The motion was postponed at the request of the Minister in accordance with Article 135 of the National Assembly's bylaws. Here is more on this session in this report by Salim Al-Kindari.
Under the chairmanship of the National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanim, the Parliament today held its regular session discussing and elaborating on various upcoming issues. The Parliament agreed on December 16th the date will be set for the grilling by MP Dr. Abdullah Treji against Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Commerce and Industry Dr. Abdul Muhsin Al-Mid'ij. The motion was postponed on a request by the Minister in accordance to Article 135 of the National Assembly's bylaws. Member of Parliament Dr. Oda Al-Ruwai'i highlighted to us on educational issues of discussions with the Cabinet.
Today we discussed many issues in our today meeting Tuesday. One of them, probably the most and also the most valuable decisions that made by the Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Badr Al-Aisa, is cancelling what they call it al-wazn nisbi, or the average weighted, linear average weighted for the secondary school students for the year 10th grader and 11th grader. And this is good news and a good start by the minister, and we hope that we can complete the mission with him and also review all of the things and also the issues regarding the education in Kuwait, so we can improve it and also progress in a better way than it was before. And I hope by this start by the Minister of Education that also we can review the whole curriculum and the whole process of education and the educational issues in many levels, like in secondary schools and also in general education and also in higher education.
The National Assembly also extended the mandate of Parliamentary Committee investigating the situation in Kuwait's investment office in London and other world cities. A number of MPs have demanded the extension of the mandate of the committee with its current lineup to complete its report on the issue. From the National Assembly, this is Salim Kandiri reporting for the English News.
His Highness Sheikh Jaber al-Mbarak al-Hamad al-Subah, the Prime Minister, received this morning the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister Sheikh Subah al-Khalid al-Hamad al-Subah and the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Yukiya Amano, and his accompanying delegation. The meeting was attended by the Director of the International Organizations Department at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Jassim Limbarki, Kuwait's Ambassador to the Republic of Austria, Sadiq Ma'rifi, and the Assistant Secretary for Domestic Affairs at His Highness the Prime Minister's Diwan, Sheikh Khalid Mohammed Khalid al-Subah. His Highness Sheikh Jaber al-Mbarak al-Hamad al-Subah, the Prime Minister, received this morning in the presence of the Minister of Finance, Anas Khalid Saleh, the President of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Sir Suma Chakrabarti, and his accompanying delegation. The meeting was attended by the Managing Director of the Public Authority of Investment, Badr al-Said, and the Assistant Under-Secretary for Domestic Affairs at His Highness the Prime Minister's Diwan, Sheikh Khalid Mohammed Khalid al-Subah. As fighting against Islamic State militants in Iraq and Syria continues, the US is actively discussing a range of proposals with Turkey over border security with Syria, including a possible no-fly zone or safe area. State Department spokesman Jen Psaki said there were still differences with Ankara on how to secure the border with Syria. Under the plan, US aircraft flying from Turkey's Incirlik air base would target positions the IS militants currently hold along the border north of Aleppo, eastward towards the besieged town of Kobani. If implemented, the plan would require significantly more US resources than are now devoted to the fight against the IS in Syria, including more planes and more money. Meanwhile, Lebanese security officials said the army detained the wife and daughter of the IS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi as they crossed from Syria 9 days ago, in a setback to the group as it comes under increased military pressure. At least 36 people were killed today when gunmen staged a fresh attack on a quarry in the northeast part of Kenya today, the latest in a series of similar attacks. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated Al-Shabaab group, which has been battling for years to establish hardline rule in Somalia, claimed responsibility for the killings in Mandera County near the border with Somalia. An Al-Shabaab spokesman said the quarry attack was in response to Kenya's troop presence in Somalia. The quarry killings follow a separate attack overnight in the town of Wajir, which left one person dead and at least 13 wounded after gunmen attacked them with grenades and bullets. NATO's foreign ministers opened summit talks today in Brussels, focusing on Ukraine, the Islamic State threat, and Georgia's breakaway province of Abkhazia. Speaking at the beginning of the session, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said he expected 4 outcomes from the meeting: an agreement on boosting forces in the east to counter a rising Russia, a deal on an interim NATO quick reaction force, more support for Ukraine, and to sign off on a deal on a support mission in Afghanistan. He insisted NATO would continue to back Ukraine and press Russia to live up to its commitments after it backed a ceasefire and peace plan agreed between Kiev and pro-Moscow rebels in the Belarus capital Minsk in September. Turning to Afghanistan, Stoltenberg said that a new mission named Resolute Support will commence on January 1, 2015, the day the current NATO combat mission ends. Meanwhile, the US Secretary of State John Kerry will chair tomorrow a separate meeting at NATO headquarters of countries involved in the campaign against the Islamic State extremist group. The founders of Hong Kong's Occupy Central civil disobedience movement called today on pro-democracy activists to retreat from the city centre over fears of violence, just hours after a student leader had called on supporters to regroup. The three Occupy leaders said they would surrender to police tomorrow for their role in gatherings labelled as illegal by the government. A few hours earlier, student leader Joshua Wong, who announced that he would go on hunger strike to demand electoral reform, urged protesters to regroup in the heart of the city and urged the Hong Kong government to resume dialogue with students. The move came a day after thousands of Hong Kong pro-democracy activists forced the temporary closure of government headquarters after clashes with police, defying police orders to pull back. On the occasion of World AIDS Day, the UN House in Kuwait, in collaboration with the Central Bank, organised an awareness seminar that witnessed huge participation in addition to a blood donation drive. In its efforts to protect the rights and privacy of those infected, Kuwait issued Article number 62 back in 1992. Article 31 was issued in 2008, stating that all those about to get married must get a thorough medical checkup to determine whether or not they carry the virus. Hib Abdurrahman has more in the following report.
Celebrated the World AIDS Day with efforts to contain the virus that's killing millions around the world. On this regard, the United Nations Development Programme in Kuwait, in collaboration with the Central Blood Bank, organized a seminar aiming at raising the awareness of such a dangerous disease. Kuwait took extra steps towards the matter, testing foreigners for HIV before receiving their residency permit in Kuwait, while also testing those applying to work at the General Medical Council.
We are here to celebrate the World AIDS Day, which is celebrated every year on the 1st of December. And the objective here is that on the platform of the United Nations system in Kuwait, where we have a large number of United Nations staff, to work with the Ministry of Health and the Blood Transfusion Authority to become better aware, better understand the challenge in terms of HIV, but also as a society collectively how we can contribute and towards this important cause. So we are here to have a better understanding of the challenge, but also what's the situation within Kuwait, what are the policies, what the government is doing, and how we can all support that important endeavor and objective.
Today it is the World AIDS Day, and we are really appreciating the role of UN in Kuwait to promote a blood donation campaign. And this is blood donation campaigns from different institutes has helped a lot to restore the units available to all hospitals in Kuwait. Mobile campaign and such campaigns constitute about 20% from our total stock of blood in Kuwait.
The event was also accompanied by a blood donation drive aiming to encourage people to donate their blood at the Central Blood Bank and all its related centers, aiming to raise people's awareness towards such a noble cause.
We are in the Kuwait National AIDS Control Committee, and we have two subcommittees, one technical and the other one is for education and information. And this subcommittee for education and information is preparing a whole program to implement during the year, the whole year, not only for the World AIDS Day, and to have many activities and lectures and open days. And we already had 3 weeks back an open day in the technical technical studies college for the girls, and we are planning to go to the boys also, and to go all other colleges also.
We are celebrating today, every 1st of December is HIV/AIDS Day. It's a UN day that has been assigned because of the importance of HIV/AIDS and the importance of advocacy and awareness of the facts, because there is lots of misconceptions, there's lots of stigma associated with HIV/AIDS and fear, and ignorance creates fear. So the basic idea is to advocate the facts, give people awareness. Today we celebrated it. Every year we celebrate it in different way. We do lectures, we do workshops, we do. So this year we celebrated it through a multi-effort and a multi-contribution of several agencies in Kuwait. We thought of a blood donation drive for the staff at the UN House, which hosts about 7 agencies, UN agencies.
The Ministry of Health provides secure, free of charge treatment and follow-up for life for the patients. The medical care provided was of positive results on infected pregnant women who give birth to healthy children. Coinciding with the World AIDS Day, the United Nations is trying to achieve the 3 zeros: 0 new infections, 0 stigma and discrimination, and 0 AIDS-related death. From the UN House in Mishrif area, I am Heba Abdurrahman reporting for English News.
And moving to local financial news, the 3 main indices of the Kuwait Stock Exchange were mixed by the end of today's trading session, with the price index gaining 26 points to reach 6,783 points. The KSX 15 index, however, lost 0.21 points and settled at the level of 1,108 points. The share of Warba Insurance Company was the top gainer of the day, while that of the Gulf Franchising Holding Company suffered the biggest loss. On the occasion of the National Day of the Republic of Albania, the Albanian ambassador to Kuwait, His Excellency Kutim Morina, hosted a reception at the Symphony Hotel to embrace the special day with the Albanian community and friends. The reception witnessed guests from the diplomatic arena, embassy staff, distinguished guests and members of the press attended the event to share the happy occasion with the Albanian community. Our reporter Rinma Jabouri was there and has this report.
Albanians celebrate their National Day annually on the 28th of November, a day that is very much cherished by Albanians around the world. The Albanians embrace this special day with friends, family and the community. Albanians express their joy by celebrating with fireworks, family reunions, concerts, barbecues, picnics, parades and baseball games.
We are very close to the ambassador. It's for me one of the good occasion to share that Independence Day with Albany. It was a beautiful country. Can you see around here for the photos and the music and the beautiful society.
Also called Albanian Flag Day, the day has deep connotations as it is the time which commemorates its independence from 5 centuries of Ottoman rule in 1912.
I may say only my congratulations to my Albanian friends and for all Albanian people, because we have very common history, because as Ukraine became from the socialist and Soviet time, the same situation in Albania, and in this case we have very near history and the same problems today, because we need to rebuild our states in a new.
Our reception for the National Day happens just after 10 days of the official visit of our Prime Minister to the State of Kuwait, and that was a very important event for us and very good reception from all Kuwaiti authorities, and I find the opportunity to thank all the Kuwaiti authorities under the leadership of His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait. So this is that our relations between 2 countries are strengthening more and more, and the attention to Albania is increasing. So this is a good sign for us for this reception.
Albania is a stunning, charming country. The small Mediterranean country enjoys virgin nature and cultural mysteries that create a unique sense of place and an intriguing society.
The Albanian embassy, Albanian community, along with distinguished guests and close friends, marked their Independence Day in a remarkably warm and beautiful reception. From the Symphony Hotel, I'm Gena Jaburi reporting to you for the English News.
For a chance to see our reports again, please visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. And to recap tonight's news, here are the headlines once again. His Highness the Deputy Emir and Crown Prince receives the Visiting Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency. The National Assembly decides to postpone the debate of the grilling motion against the Deputy Premier and Minister of Commerce and Industry for 2 weeks. Al-Shabaab militants kill at least 36 people in a fresh attack on a quarry in northeast Kenya. And NATO's foreign ministers meet in Brussels to discuss key issues including the Islamic State threat. Thank you for joining us.